Hey guys, back this time to chat on Virginia Louisville. Pretty big game in the ACC tomorrow. Opening line looks like Virginia -5. I'm seeing 124 and a half for the total. Yeah, what a big game. I mean, you got Virginia having to travel over to Louisville. They're going to play them twice in the next 2.5 weeks. UVA, I think everybody knows kind of their story. Slow tempo team, superior defense. Ken Pom always loves them every year. Ken Pom's got them ranked fourth in offense and third in defense, while Louisville is 21st in defense and 26th in offense. When you break down, because I want to look at a few different things from this game, right? When you break down how Louisville scores, right? So 35% of their points come from behind the arc, 3-point range. That's good for 104th in college basketball. 43% of their points come from 2-point range. Good for 136th in college basketball, and 22% of their points come to the free throw line. That's actually 27th best in college basketball. Bad news there is that UVA doesn't really foul, so Louisville seemingly won't be spending a lot of time at the free throw line. Now this game is in Louisville, might get a few hometown calls there, so that could change things a bit. But when I look at how Louisville scores, they're not all that efficient offensively. Even though I know that Ken Pom has their efficiency ranked pretty well, their last two games, they've been absolute dog shit. I mean, first of all, they shot a robust 35.2% from the field against Clemson in a game, in a 1-point win at home, game that they most certainly should have lost. And if you had thought that shooting performance was bad, well, then the next game they ended up getting swallowed up by the Syracuse zone, shooting a whopping 26% from the field. Worth noting, Clemson's ranked 15th in defense and Syracuse is ranked 16th. Clearly, Louisville does not like very good defenses that really slow the game down. Both those teams really do that in Clemson and Syracuse. Virginia does what they do, just even a lot better than those two teams. The Cards are losers of 4 of 6, with one of those being the Duke loss, where they led by 23 in the second half and still managed to lose the game. This is just not a confident team right now, guys. And this is not exactly the way you want to be approaching the Virginia game if you're Louisville. Now, on the UVA side, this team is built to dominate a team like Louisville throughout. Louisville plays at an average tempo. They lean heavily on their star forward, Jordan Nwora. He averages a little over 17 a game, but I definitely would expect him to struggle here. Want to note on Nwora that he has scored more than 15 points once in his last 6 games. Cards are 2 and 4 during that stretch, as I mentioned. So, they know, or Louisville knows, they need to get Nwora involved. And the thing is, though, is that UVA knows this as well. Nwora is going to be swarmed inside tomorrow. Now, not to say that he can't break out and still have a good game, but UVA's got the right up on him. They're going to be plenty prepared to face him inside. And again, when he doesn't play well, Louisville as a whole doesn't play well. Now, the Cards are also susceptible to the 3-ball, so I would definitely expect UVA to get a bunch of good looks from outside. I just think overall, analytically, this number makes sense. 5, Louisville at 8, ranked 17th or 18th in the country, getting 5 at home. The thing is that, and I'm not a big trend guy. You're not going to hear me come on here often. If you watch all the picks videos, I'm not really big. I give away picks based on trends. I mean, if anything, trends are not your friend. But worth noting that Virginia is 9-2 against the spread when they are an underdog or a single-digit favorite. Overall, they are 18-5 against the spread, one of the best performing teams in college basketball. This is just a team that consistently outperforms Vegas's expectations and arguably Ken Pom's expectations. This line is practically what Ken Pom has. That's what Vegas released this at, with the Virginia -5, total 124.5. So I think there's just a lot of things that lean in favor of Virginia outside of the analytics. I mean, Louisville struggles. Louisville, first of all, is an unconfident team right now. I know that the numbers may say they're a better team. They're just an unconfident team. So I think that when you take that into consideration, analytically, this is going to add an extra 2 or 3 points, in my opinion, to this spread. Now, am I saying that Virginia's going to win by 8 because of that, if I add the 3 points? No, not necessarily, but I'm saying that I really do like the number of 5 here with Virginia on the road against a team that really Virginia is built to dominate a team like Louisville, a team that doesn't really shoot all that well. They're playing unconfident. Now, I always like to include this in the videos, like a spot in, hey, look, how does Louisville cover, right? So how does Louisville cover is, first of all, they're going to have to hit their threes. Okay, there's going to be a few play breakdowns where they're going to get open looks and they got to hit them. And that's the problem is that Louisville hasn't been a great three-point shooting team this season. So can't make guarantees there. They'll be at home though. They might get a few extra home calls, which might be good for them in terms of covering the spread. And they also got to find unique ways to get Jordan Nwora the ball. As I mentioned, he's been struggling his last 6 games, and he's their guy. So if they can find unique ways to get him the ball, so that he gets good looks at the rim, maybe get his confidence going early. Like if they go to him early and he gets a few easy baskets, inside the paint, that might project a good game going forward for Louisville. Like I said, guys, I just don't see this happening in that manner. UVA is going to swarm him inside. And again, if UVA is going to get their good looks, if they just hit their jumpers, that they'll get, they should be able to have a lead throughout and then ice the game at the free throw line late. I like this number at 5. I feel like it's a little low. Now, as far as where the line's going to move, I don't know for sure. I would think I think it'd be crazy for anybody with the way Louisville's playing to bet on Louisville right now. So I do believe this line's going to go up in favor of Virginia. I do believe, when you wake up, you might see it at 5.5, maybe even 6. If this goes down like 4.5, to me, it's really gambler's fallacy what you're going with Louisville. You're basically saying, hey, look, they've shot like shit their last 2 games. They're due for a bounce back. That's why we're betting Louisville. But again, how do you bet on an unconfident team like that against arguably the best team in college basketball? So for me, it's Virginia -5. I've got a small lean on the under. I don't bet the same side in the spread in the game anyway. But again, if I was to lean, I would lean on the under. Again, with Louisville struggling, and Louisville's defense isn't all that bad. So Virginia shouldn't be able to pile up points, and the pace of the game should be relatively slow. So lean is the under, but ultimately favorite bet of the game is definitely going to be Virginia -5. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. Hope you found it informative, and let's get these picks going again. I think overall the channel is 7-2. I have to confirm. I think it's 7-2 against the spread college basketball. I know I've been slacking on the picks with you guys lately, but I'm going to have you this pick and a few more for tomorrow. So check them out again. And if you like the video, definitely hit that little thumbs up sign down below and comment on it for what you think of the game, and I'll respond as well. So all right, good luck, guys. It's Virginia -5 is the play.